Welcome back as we head up very quickly to 10 minutes to 7 o'clock here on the Tuesday edition of the South African Morning. Some SAA employees say they haven't been paid for months. That's to say nothing of the job losses. The Public Investment Corporation, the PIC, has announced that it owns 30% of a stake in Harith General Partners Global Aviation. This is where it gets complicated. That's the investment group that is a part of a consortium which bought the 51% majority share of SAA. So there's a lot of people involved and organizations in that 51%. Government, though, is still retaining 49%. So what does this actually mean for the cabin crew? Well, let's go straight to the top of that. South African Cabin Crew Association President Zazi Nsibanyoni-Mugambi joining us this morning. Zazi, good morning to you. So I would have thought this was good news when the news broke that there's a 51% share of South African Airways now going to a private company. But now, as we go down the rabbit hole, don't we, it seems like there might be a lot more players involved. What does that mean for you and your association?
Oh, good morning, Gareth, and to the viewers. Well, Gareth, as you would know, we found out once again, we've been here before with the DPE, through the public and the media announcements that SAA is now going to be privatized, so to speak. And I mean, we would have liked to see some engagement with us as stakeholders of South African Airways around this issue. And once again, this has not happened. It has not been transparent. So our question then would be, why the secrecy? If this is such an open deal which makes sense, which has the right players to take SAA to the next level, would you not want to have engaged key stakeholders and be open and transparent? And the DPE, unfortunately, has not been. Once again, we've seen them do this before. And it leaves us with many, many questions as to what this deal actually means.
What have you found out about what this deal means? Zazi, just sorry, what do you mean? What do you understand this deal now means? I think South Africans will agree that it would have been better to have consultation with you. It seemingly has been done. It's been signed off. So do you think it is going to work, or do you think you would have said no to this deal now knowing what you know?
I mean, look, Gareth, our members have suffered under the DPE and the ANC government at large. And I mean, we would want to know what it's difficult for us to say that we would have supported or not if we don't know the conditions and the terms around it and the implication it has for our members. And I mean, we want SAA to survive. We've always asked the government, who is this SEP? They have not been forthright with it. So if it's the right type of deal, I think we could have engaged and see how it affects us. But at face value right now, it's secretive, and a secretive deal means we need to investigate further.
What does it mean for salaries?
Good implications and bad, but we need to find that out.
Zazi, what does it mean for salaries? Zazi, what does it mean for salaries, according to your understanding, however vague that may be?
With the cabin crew right now, they have been receiving salaries. Obviously, the flight deck crew is still in that lockout and situation that they're still negotiating. But I think with this deal, with the 51%, obviously SAA must now be handed over. And what a government has failed to do is finalize the outstanding issues that are still at SAA. We still have a social plan. We still have the issue of outstanding. There are some people that have not signed for the outstanding salaries, and that needs to be finalized before you can hand the entity over. There are people on the training layoff scheme. We do not know the implications for them. There's subsidiaries, Mango and SAA Technical. Mango, we don't know what the plan is. We've asked the DPE. They're non-committal. We're not getting clear answers. So, I mean, there's lots of questions with very little answers, and we need these answers in order to understand the implications for the general employees of South African Airways and subsidiaries.
Well, I appreciate your time this morning. So SAA has found it with wings, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's flying at the moment. I'm going to say thank you very much to you in speaking to us here on eNCA, now raising a number of issues. This is not perhaps the Hail Mary pass everyone thought. South African Cabin Crew Association President joining us here on eNCA.